What's up, Raider Nation? Victor here. And I'm telling you right now, today's news could completely flip the future of the Las Vegas Raiders upside down. We're talking about a massive offensive upgrade that just became available out of nowhere, and a potential defensive blockbuster that could shake the entire league. Because right now, the San Francisco 49ers are expected to let go of one of the most reliable, toughest wide receivers in football. I'm talking about a guy who over the last 2 seasons quietly put up over 1,600 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns, more than 130 catches, elite run blocking, and clutch third down production. Not a diva, not a highlight merchant, a straight-up dog. And here's the crazy part. With the Raiders holding the second most cap space in the entire NFL, and with new head coach Clint Kubiak already knowing this player extremely well from his time in San Francisco, this move makes way too much sense. This could finally be the physical WR1 this offense has been begging for. But Raider Nation, that's only half the bombshell. Because while Vegas could be loading up on offense, San Francisco might be trying to rip the heart out of our defense. There's now a trade proposal floating around where the 49ers would send 2 top 60 draft picks to the Raiders for one of the most feared pass rushers in the NFL. I'm talking about the emotional leader of the defense, a relentless nightmare for quarterbacks. Nearly 70 career sacks, 5-time Pro Bowler, still in his prime. The kind of player you build your entire defense around. And the reason the 49ers are desperate? Outside of Nick Bosa, their pass rush completely collapsed last season. They finished with just 20 total sacks as a team, which is actually fewer than what Myles Garrett has put up by himself in some seasons. So now, Raider Nation, here's the real question. Do you use your cap space to finally fix this offense with a proven weapon? Or do you cash in a defensive superstar for premium draft picks and reset the roster fast? This isn't rumor season fluff. This is franchise-changing territory, and what the Raiders do next could decide the next 5 to 10 years of this team. Before we break down who this mystery receiver is, and whether moving that defensive monster would be genius or insanity, smash that like button and subscribe if you're a real Raiders fan so we can hit 2,000 subscribers. Now let's expose exactly who's involved and what this could mean for the Silver and Black. Raider Nation, this news could quietly become one of the biggest moves of the Raiders offseason. Because Raider Nation, a top NFL wide receiver may be about to hit free agency, and the Raiders are one of the favorites to land him. A proven playmaker is likely leaving the Bay. According to reports out of the Bay Area, the San Francisco 49ers are not expected to re-sign wide receiver Jauan Jennings heading into the 2026 season. Contract talks broke down before the 2025 season even started, with Jennings reportedly asking for over $20 million per year, and now projections have his market climbing closer to $22 million annually. And honestly, Raider Nation, based on his production, that number makes sense. Jennings has quietly been the 49ers' most reliable receiver. With Brandon Ayuk injured and refusing to play, Jennings stepped up in a huge way alongside quarterback Brock Purdy. Over the last 2 seasons, 132 receptions, 1,618 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns, that ranks him second on the team in catches and yards, right behind tight end George Kittle, and tied for the team lead in touchdowns. This dude isn't just a role player. He's been their most consistent weapon. Strong hands, physical after the catch, tough in traffic, and one of the best run-blocking wide receivers in the league? That's Raider football. Why the Raiders are a perfect fit. Now here's where it gets exciting. The Las Vegas Raiders currently have one of the weakest wide receiver rooms in the NFL, but also the second most salary cap space in the league, which means they can spend big, and the connection is already there. New head coach Clint Kubiak worked with Jennings in 2023 when he was on the 49ers coaching staff as passing game coordinator. He knows exactly what Jennings brings: physicality, reliability on third down red zone presence, elite run blocking leadership. This wouldn't be a risky signing. This would be a coach going after a player he trusts. Raider Nation. This is the kind of move smart teams make, not just flashy names, not just speed guys, but dependable, tough, productive players who raise the floor of the offense immediately. Jennings would become the Raiders' WR1 instantly, help the run game massively, give the quarterback a true security blanket, bring playoff-level toughness to the locker room. This is exactly how you build a real contender. And with all that cap space, the Raiders can afford him without hesitation. If Jauan Jennings hits free agency like expected, I fully believe the Raiders should be aggressive. This isn't just filling a roster hole. This is adding a proven prime-age receiver who's already produced at a high level in a winning system. With Kubiak's offense coming in and a new era starting in Vegas, Jennings could be one of the cornerstone pieces. And honestly, I'd love to see him in silver and black. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Raiders pay Jennings $20+ million per year? Would he be WR1 on this team? This is Victor, always riding with Raider Nation. Raider Nation, now let's into a story that is one of the wildest trade ideas floating around the NFL right now. Before we jump in, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and help us reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers right here on Raiders Nation Update. If you love real Raiders talk with no filter, you already know this is the spot. Because Raider Nation, the San Francisco 49ers are being linked to a blockbuster trade for our guy. Yes, Max Crosby. The trade proposal shaking up the league. A new trade proposal suggests the 49ers could send 2 top 60 draft picks to the Las Vegas Raiders in exchange for superstar edge rusher Max Crosby. The idea is simple: a first-round pick around number 26 overall, a second-round pick around 58 overall, and in return, the Raiders give up the face of their defense. And Raider Nation, this rumor is coming because the 49ers are desperate for pass rush help. Why the 49ers are panicking on defense last season? The 49ers pass rush completely collapsed when Nick Bosa wasn't on the field. As a team, they finished with just 20 total sacks. Let that sink in. That's 3 fewer than what Myles Garrett had by himself. That's how bad it got. So now the 49ers are looking for a nuclear solution, and Crosby is the biggest weapon possibly available. Why Max Crosby is worth every penny, and then some, let's talk real numbers. Crosby has played 110 games in 7 seasons, recorded 69, 5 career sacks, made 5 Pro Bowls, been one of the most durable edge rushers in football, and he's only 28 years old. He just signed a massive extension that keeps him under contract through 2029, meaning whoever trades for him gets a true franchise defender in his prime. He's consistently ranked among the NFL leaders in pressures QB hits defensive snaps. This dude never comes off the field. He doesn't take plays off. He embodies Raider football. Now let me be real with you, Raider Nation. 2 picks inside the top 60 is a strong offer. But when you're talking about an elite, proven, prime-age pass rusher, draft picks are lottery tickets. Max Crosby is a guaranteed game wrecker. If the Raiders trade him, that's not a retool. That's a full rebuild signal. And personally, unless someone is offering a king's ransom, multiple first-rounders, I'm not moving Max. You don't trade leaders. You don't trade culture setters. You don't trade elite edge rushers in their prime. Those are the hardest players in the NFL to find. Would Crosby in San Francisco be scary? Absolutely. Pairing Crosby with Bosa would instantly become the most terrifying pass rush duo in football. Offensive lines would be in hell every Sunday. The 49ers know it. The league knows it. That's why these rumors exist. But that doesn't mean the Raiders should do it. This trade makes total sense for the 49ers. But for the Raiders, it only makes sense if you're blowing everything up and starting over. Max Crosby is the foundation of this defense. He's the heart of the team. He's the kind of player franchises spend decades trying to draft. You don't replace that with a late first and second round pick. Not even close. If you think the Raiders should keep Max Crosby no matter what, smash that like button. Subscribe to Raiders Nation Update and help us hit 2,000 subscribers. We're building the real Raider Nation community right here. And drop your take in the comments. Would you trade Crosby for 2 top 60 picks? Or is he completely untouchable? This is Victor, always riding with Raider Nation. Just win, baby.